6. First, the highlights. Lagos State government sets to partner Federal House Committee on Youth Development. 65 civil society organizations pull out of nationwide strike by Nigeria Labour Congress. On the foreign scene, Israel's war cabinet receives report over ceasefire deal, return of hostages. And in sports, Super Eagles midfielder Alex Iwobi receives Man of the Match award after securing late win for Fulham against Manchester United. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. Lagos State government has declared its readiness to collaborate with the Federal House of Representatives Committee on Youth Development in the passage of necessary legislation and initiatives that will enhance youth development in the country. Deputy Governor Obafemi Hamzatu received members of the Federal House of Representatives Committee on Youth Development on behalf of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, stated that Lagos is very open to collaboration with relevant bodies. The committee was led by the chairman, Martin Essing. Hamzat noted that owing to the significant position the youths occupied in the state, the Sanwo-Olu administration has put in place numerous initiatives to train the youths on different skills and ensure that they are adequately empowered. He added that Lagos deliberately included the plus, which is social inclusion and youth empowerment, in its theme's agenda because it found out that the government must focus on the youth and provide more recreational centers where they can also meet and discuss. Lagos State Head of Service Bode Aguru has restated the determination of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration to evolve a healthy population among the workforce. Aguru stated this during the February edition of the monthly Walk for Fitness organized for public servants in the state, noting that apart from going to the hospital to access medical care, routine exercise is a cheaper way of maintaining good health. He said the exercise was paramount to keep public servants fit in the discharge of their duties. The head of service urged public servants to always find time to engage in physical exercises in the interest of their health. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has engaged stakeholders in the pharmaceutical product supply chain in its resolve to combat the incidence of substandard and falsified medicines in the country and effectively safeguard the health of Nigerians. Director General of NAFDAC, Mojisola Adeyeye, emphasized the need to explore means of combating the sale and distribution of substandard and falsified medical products within the supply chain. Adeyeye insisted that the agency would not hesitate to clamp down on wholesale and retail outlets where fake drugs are dispensed for public use. According to her, the engagement with pharma supply chain stakeholders in Nigeria serves as a means of thinking together and putting in place a position that will represent or guide collective efforts and strategy to prevent, detect, and respond to substandard and falsified medicinal products. And now to the rest of the stories. Ahead of the planned nationwide strike by Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) and the Trade Union Congress (TUC), 65 civil society organizations have pulled out, saying the strike might stir up anarchy and cause more hardship on citizens. The civil society organizations under the aegis of Coalition of Civil Society Organizations Forum also warned against going the way Sudan went and called for dialogue with the federal government. The coalition group said any attempt to embark on a nationwide strike during these critical period of hunger and a harsh economy could be hijacked by hoodlums and criminal elements who have been waiting for the slightest opportunity to unleash terror, disrupt public peace, loot business premises and markets. The Nigeria Labour Congress had announced a nationwide protest scheduled for February 27 and 28 over the failure to implement the agreements reached on the removal of fuel subsidy. A pan-Yoruba social political organization, Afenifere, has appealed to the Yoruba people not to participate in the protests breaking out from some parts of the country over the current economic hardship. Chairman of the organization's Elders Caucus, Ruben Fasorati, while acknowledging the hardship faced by the people, said Nigerians have to be understanding of the current situation and also refrain from engaging in protests or actions that may escalate tensions. Fasorati said the economic measures taken by the federal government, though difficult, are aimed at bringing prosperity to the country at large. He urged Nigerians to trust in the government's commitment to the welfare of the nation, adding that the federal government's policies will benefit all in the long run. Ogun State government has alerted members of the public to a fraudulent message circulating on social media platforms, falsely claiming that Governor Dakwa Biodun is offering 10,000 naira cash palliative per person across the state. The scam message also provides a link urging individuals to apply for the said cash palliative and also share the information for others to benefit. Special Advisor in Media and Communications to the Governor, Kayode Akimade, in a statement, disclaimed the message in its entirety, urging the residents not to fall for it. Akimade added that the administration of Governor Dakwa Biodun is committed to genuine alleviation of the sufferings of the citizens and residents of the state through initiatives such as the numerous empowerment programs and policies it has rolled out since 2019 and the 5 billion naira intervention scheme it announced recently. And now to foreign news. Israel's war cabinet has been briefed on talks over a ceasefire deal in Gaza after reports of progress made in talks in Paris. It comes as police broke up protests in Tel Aviv, calling for Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's resignation. Riot police on horseback charged demonstrators as they tried to make their way to Democracy Square. The Paris talks are part of negotiations aimed at securing a ceasefire and return of hostages. The Justice Ministry has opened an investigation into an incident in which an officer is seen in a widely circulated video using the reins of his horse to strike a protester as he fell to the ground clutching his head. And now, sports. Super Eagles midfielder Alex Iwobi has been named Fulham's man of the match after helping the club to a shock 2-1 win against Manchester United at Old Trafford. Iwobi was announced as the best player on the club's website on Sunday, bagging the goal that secured Fulham a first win away to United in 21 years, saw 41.7% of fans give Iwobi their backing for the award. Sasa Lukic came in second with 23.4% ahead of Calvin Bassey, 11.3%, and Rodrigo Muniz, 8.9%. And that's all for the news at 6. Just before we go, always drive within the specified speed limit. You can follow us on like all our various social media platforms on X, formerly Twitter, Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration trained 280 unemployed youths for global certification in solar farm construction technology for the supply of electricity in Nigeria? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Government has declared its readiness to collaborate with the Federal House of Representatives Committee on Youth Development in the passage of necessary legislation and initiatives that will enhance youth development in the country. Ahead of the planned nationwide strike by Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, and the Trade Union Congress, TUC, 65 civil society organizations have pulled out, saying the strike might stir up anarchy and cause more hardship on citizens. We also told you that Israel's war cabinet has been briefed on talks over a ceasefire deal in Gaza after reports of progress made in talks in Paris. And in sports, Super Eagles midfielder Alex Iwobi has been named Fulham's man of the match after helping the club to a shock 2-1 win against Manchester United at Old Trafford. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to Lagos Traffic Radio at lagostate.gov.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Sadiq Yusuf. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good evening.